Okay folks, Brian here from Northwind Garage. We got this rusted out door on my van here, my GMC Savana, that you guys have seen in many of my videos. I've gone around the hole underneath of it and treated it with rust bullet, metal blast, and then I used a rust bullet paint. Here's a portion that I did. The rust came through and it made rust mark. I don't really care what it looks like. This is my work truck. I just want to make it last. They use salt in our state, and this is the only section I haven't gotten to yet, and I plan on doing like a oil undercoating or something like that afterwards. But I've treated all this whole entire lower portion of this van was all rusty, and in some places I've repaired it with fiberglass, which I'm a firm believer that if you're going to put metal back into these things, it's just going to rust. So this is a work truck. I don't really care if it's pretty. I just want it to look, not too hacked up. But anyway, we're gonna try and repair this today. Not try, I'm going to. But you can see, turn the light on here. You can see down in here. Maybe you can't. Well, see part of it there, the Swiss cheese. I'll take you out of the camera holder here so I can get you a better view in there. So look down in here, folks. Yeah, bad Swiss cheese. Okay, so I can't get my vehicle inspected till I get this fixed. Like I said, it don't gotta be pretty, but we're gonna put some fiberglass resin and fiberglass mat in there, and we're gonna make it so it don't leak exhaust gases, and that's basically what it's all about. They don't want exhaust gases and stuff like that coming back up into the vehicle on you and putting you to sleep while you're at the wheel. So that kind of thing. And this is what we have here. So just kind of like go through here and the before and after. See, that's crunchy. And I know this is all pretty bad. If I get some good fiberglass in here, I can get some new hangers for the rubber part to go back in there. So we're going to give it a wire brush with a wire brush on an angle grinder. The inside I can't do much with. I'm just going to treat it with this metal blast, rust bullet. You can see better with the light there. This door is shot, but we're going to try to save it. Get some fiberglass on it. Go from there. Stay tuned. Okay folks, one might say that fiberglass is for boats, Corvettes, and kit cars. Well, in this state we use it for rusty vehicles because we have a lot of them. So like I said, this is a work truck. I'm going to use this fiberglass matting to rebuild that Swiss cheese in there, that inside this door. And basically, I like using this stuff, number one, because it doesn't rust. Number two, because it's quick and easy. You don't have to bend any metal. It sands well. And, you might get a few more years out of the rig just because the salt won't get to it. They use salt on our roads here, and it just, I don't know how many millions of dollars that this salt tears up. They put it on the roads, and it just kills our vehicles. It kills them. So I'm just going to fold this like this and stick it down inside that door. And then when I wet this out with fiberglass resin, this will form a starting point to rebuild this door. So that's that. Just going to try to put a little crease in it. While I'm prepping the door, it'll sit like that for a while. It'll sit just like that for a while, and then I'll have a sort of a memory to it when I stick it down in the joint of where that door skin comes on, where they welded the door skin on. So this will kind of give it a flat spot to sit. So just going to take a heavy object, set it on it for a little while. So, while I'm prepping the door. Alright, step one. Next thing I'm going to do is just kind of knock some of the rust and scale off of here. I'm not going to get too fussy about it because all I want to do is just have a good surface. Actually, the rougher the better. The fiberglass resin will stick to it because we're going to treat it. We're going to treat it, chemically treat it with the rust billet etcher. This is one of those projects where you don't get too fussy about how it looks. Just trying to pass the state inspection. I'm going to try to get like one piece in there first, and then I'm going to wet it out with resin to try and sturdy up this door a little bit. So because I go to taking after this with a grinder or whatever, wire brush, it's going to just rip all these pieces apart. So get this treated. That's right. Kind of smells like that product. Of course, I'm dating myself, and they probably still sell it, that navel jelly or whatever it is. I remember growing up, they used to sell that stuff. It was like a gel came in a jar with a dauber on it. And, this is kind of what it smells like. I'm sure that they use the same chemical in it. And we're just gonna give it a treat here. So really, this point, when it gets this far, it's just damage control. I'm just trying to slow it down a little bit. And that's one reason why I used a fiberglass, because once it gets started, it's almost impossible to stop. Unless you dip the vehicle or something, sandblast it, and then have nothing left. So I got to go down to the hardware store and get some of those chip brushes to do the fiberglass resin with. So we're going to let this sit for a while. We'll let that sit for a while. We'll be back. Okay folks, with this Metal Blast rust dissolver and surface conditioner. Okay, the directions on it are to it's quite lengthy here, but it says to let it soak for 20 minutes to 3 hours. Should be rinsed with water, preferably hot, or wiped with wet rags, and permitted to dry thoroughly before applying of a rust bullet coating or any other paint. Okay, so there you have it. And you can leave it set on there for quite a while. But being as I'm just looking for a quick fix here, I think I'm just going to go ahead and rinse it. And we went to the hardware store to get some chip brushes to hose to it, and rinse it off. Focus. I'm going to take a grinder to this side, but I need to get some fiberglass in there first before I go ripping and tearing on this, so I don't remove that thin metal. You know, we got to build it up with some fiberglass first. Grand Canyon down in there. An enormous hole in there. Basically the whole bottom of that door is just rusted straight through, folks. Dry this out. Here's my hack for the day. I'm going to use a couple heat guns to try and dry that out so I can expedite this process here. Something starts to smoke, let me know. Maybe I'll trip a breaker or two. Alright. Give that a minute or two. You can see the water evaporating off of it. So we know it's working. You can virtually watch it evaporating. So a little hot air moving across it. See it? Alright, well, I'm waiting. I'm going to gather up some more tools to be able to mix up the resin and stuff. There's a piece of fiberglass that I put that crease in. Let's see. Yeah, that's hot from the heat guns. Still pretty hot. tender. Alright, gotta start somewhere. Cutting that, maybe a leaf ladder. All right. So I buy these online. These are just tongue depressors. You can buy them online by the box. That and coffee stirrers, I buy them by the box. And, that and chip brushes. There ain't no cleaning them once. I suppose you could clean them. There's probably a solvent that deals with this stuff, but and this stuff will harden up on you if you put too much in. It hardens up too quick. So, and you gotta watch the time of day you're doing it, because if it's too hot out, it that's a lot for one batch. And this is just some fiberglass resin, got from the hardware store. They come with this little top on it, and the hardener's in the top. Okay, folks, there's kind of a knack to working with this stuff. It's you got to kind of work fairly quick depending on how much hardener you put in, and it stinks to beat the band. And just got to kind of wet out that fiberglass matting. And you're going to have drippage, so you got to accommodate it for that. Just we've got to work through it. Especially in here on this blind side, I can't even see what I'm doing in there, so just kind of wetting it in there. Best that I can. And I can feel it already getting thickened up because of the amount of hardener I put in it. Just wet out all that fiberglass best you can. See it popping through right there. No exact science to it, folks. Just trying to get a base coat to start the repair with. So, kind of after the fact here, I think I'm gonna. I got this short piece here. I think I'm gonna. And I know my resin is hardening up because it started to get thick while I was brushing it there. So I have not got much time before this batch is done with. In fact, it's gone. It's done. See that? So that's that, folks. Done with that batch. So now we got a good start on it. Okay, folks, so this is what it looks like on the inside now. We got the first coat in there. See, it forms a nice little seal in there. We'll have to build it up a little bit, but I think that'll do the trick. That'll get me an inspection sticker, I think. So. Plus it'll make that door a lot stronger. Been flopping in the wind for quite some time. So, alright folks. Probably have to make a second part of this video. Okay folks, this video is getting a little bit long here, so we're going to have to cut it short. I'm trying to keep my videos down to a reasonable size so you folks have time to watch them. Might be a second part, might be a third part. Stay tuned. Peace out. Northwind Garage. Catch you on the next one. God bless you.